Sorry for that.
I believe many neglect the head, the top, the brain, the dome, the other side of the building, if you will. You're always welcome to have a good shoe game, a good sneaker game, a good, he could like get it, as Bella Hadid once said. But when was the last time you tried on a newsboy cap? A headband, perhaps a headscarf, a la Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, real 1950s Hollywood. You're running away from somebody impossible to escape in the back of your convertible. Or a giant scrunchie, like you're in Oaxaca, Mexico, with the flowers in your hair. Fresh cut flowers. Or maybe it's a set of ears, or a baseball cap, or horns, or a headdress, bows, or a slouch hat, faux fur, or furry. Whatever you fancy. I just feel we need to be taking this stuff into account. Now, perhaps let me stop you real quick before you click off this page completely. Or crucify anything I have to say expeditiously to answer your question of who is this blithe doll-looking bitch to say or give anyone a read of fashion, dress, or anything of the nature or sort. And to this I say, hello! Thank God! Finally a person with a little bit more than a cabbage for a brain. You don't have to listen to me. You can have your own opinion. But I am a person with a Pinterest account, as I've said before, and a habit of wearing almost exclusively vintage and secondhand pieces. And I am the daughter of a 80s LA fashion designer, so I cannot run from myself and my truth. That being said, you can listen to me and my subjective views and what I have to say about this, or we could look to the pop culture and some of the more interesting hidden trendsetters influencing and engaging in the conversations within this headspace already. Because I have been in this wave of headwear, but the media is now beginning to come into the fold. So let's go in like a reverse chronological order, because I am living in the present, as I encourage you girlies to do, because, you know, I'm not a therapist. I've seen interesting inclusion and play with the headwear. Let's start off with Marina Diamondiste in her most recent music video with this 70s feather showgirl puff. Very fun, very cute, very interesting shapewear, very Dr. Seuss-esque. Or we could look to Chapel Roan. I've always said the clown will be a classic. I've always said the clown will never go out of style. And this girl is leaning into that too with, you know, the hat of a bust of herself. Very meta, very cool, very zany, very elevated circus. And we also have Addison. Stream Addison. Every day, every hour. Addison has been serving in sailors, snapbacks, fedoras, fiddler hats, bringing back Britney Y2K for indie to the forefront for a moment now. So she is the headwear headmistress. Then, of course, we could look back to May with the Met Gala and everyone's top hats, retro hats, hat adjacents, because what the is more deliciously dapper dandy than being decked out from dome to dogs with a fully loaded matching suit, shirt, pant, pocket, sock, jacket, shoe, watch, and hat combo meal. Am I right? Now, I am an individual who, well, I guess I like clothes. I like garments. I like accessories. I like the idea that I can rearrange the ingredients of an outfit to make the recipe the ensemble to my liking that day, or my mood, or my insane obscure references, as this metaphor is. Now, when I go out with people, you know, when I really do my big one, all dressed up, made up, hair done, nails done, tied up, plump, shiny, glossed up, gorgeous, I have been told my clothing or the way I dress, I can lean a little costumey or gaudy, which frankly, I find that fun. How endearing. What a compliment. I'd rather put on what I envisioned and enjoy. Make somebody in the street laugh and cackle thinking, what the hell is that girl wearing? Than just be another shirt pants walking in the street, you know? But anyways, this leads me to habitually find myself looking for like a very niche regalia of sorts that either is handmade, extremely expensive couture, one of one, or something that just doesn't exist, because I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if I had XYZ 1, 2, 3, leading me to either forfeit and have nothing, or craft it myself because I'm just a DIY girl at the end of the day. Now today, I wanted to see if I can do my own thing on something that I've had an open tab of on 3 or 4 different apps for more than 2 years now. Our conversation being these flower hair pieces. More specifically, these claw clip ones. They are obviously fake faux flowers, so I thought when I first saw them, they would be quite cheap because it's a fake flower, whatever. But then when I saw any listing, any small business, any TikTok shop situation, note I did offload TikTok from my phone. I have been using it on my MacBook browser desktop Safari situation, but an addiction is hard to beat. Whenever I found a listing for these, they were always $35 or more plus shipping. And I don't know if I'm in my frugal era, but I could never bring myself to click through with the purchasing. Since I've always been crafty in my mind, I always told myself, what the hell? I can make that with some nail glue and an Amazon clip for like $4. So I put the whole thing out of question, out of mind. I won't live my flower girl, fairy core, Hawaiian princess. I guess I won't be that girl until today. I will make this happen once and for all. Let us equip the flowering of this clip to live my Lilo and Stitch fantasy. Do you like that? Do you like how I made it something relevant to right now, since that movie just dropped last month? And no, I have not seen it. I don't know that I will see it because I feel that they're going to ruin him and I cannot have another loss in this family. Long live animated Stitch or whatever. The fuck? Let's go to Michael's. Let's go to Michael's craft store. See you there. And sing.
At the Michael's craft store.
Stargazer for sure, but I want a white one too, like a cream. Let's look on the other side. What if I was just crazy and put some oranges? Marina reference. Orange. Marina. What if I was all of a sudden kind of Australian and just added an R at the end of shit? What the fuck was I doing? Right. They got like pinky orangey. Is this my vibe though? This is kind of like the new Addison album, which I think is out now by the time that I put this up. I don't think this is me. This isn't me right now, but some other diva would have yet to find the white. A chrysanthemum hair clip. That would be cute. Chrysanthemum. Oh, here's the white. There's literally only one for me. I don't like how they put one that's like not budded. I get that they put that for like realism or whatever, but like I'm paying for three good girls, and you're giving me one dead. Thick. Are these too big? Like, is this gonna be kind of like obnoxious? I'm gonna like pop this off. Like, let me get the vision. It's gonna be like that in my hair. It's gonna be like costume theatrical vibe, but I kind of dress like that anyways. My people are a little embarrassed when I go out with them, but whatever. The little, what are these called? Nipples? Or the green? Hurry up, pick something. Because I'm not picking. Okay, decided on just the stargazers. I think I'm gonna get some felt to do. What did they give to Googly Eyes lashes? Me versus her. I'm gonna get some felt to like pad the back so that the stem has like something to stick to. And I'm gonna get like a white or cream. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a sign that I need to get it because it's 69 cents. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Flowers acquired. Now let's begin. Grab a tea and a snack and settle in for a fun and a bit overly detailed walkthrough tutorial, my friends. And PSA, I am a little bit sickly at this point in time filming this voiceover, so I hope you like Yzma from Kronk's New Groove, because that is what I'm giving today, mixed with a little bit of Marge Simpson. Any hoozy, let's get into it. To begin, yes, these flowers were $12.99 if you were cost curious. And now, these look fine, but they could be grand with a light refining and minor polish, and we will make them just that. Grab some Sharpies or marker adjacent, paint pens, or whatever you have on hand, whatever you fancy. For a few steps ahead, we will need these similar to the color of your chosen flower. But before that, we will deflower her. So vulgar, but it must be done. Gently pull from the base of the flowers, firmly holding both of the stems and the bulb of the petals to keep from damaging the pieces. You'll be left with the naked plastic stem, which is yours to find the purpose for. Perhaps a staff, a wand, or just something that you poke people with. I really don't care. You can throw it aside. We will not be needing it in this project any further. Now we will be tapping into our very highbrow industry tool, a drugstore nail file. Again, use what you have. Mine happens to be a Rimmel emery board, but perhaps you've got a piece of sandpaper or a nail drill. Anything that grinds will do, just not the Magic Mike kind of grinding here. We're going to gently file the bottoms of the flowers to give the shiny plastic some texture and grab, so when we're gluing there's more grooves and surface for the adhesives to attach to, resulting in a sturdier, more long-lasting piece. These two buds for realism, which you can totally include in your hairpiece, but I chose not to. But if you want to, just don't file the bottoms of these because there's no plastic down there and you'll just rip the petals if you do so. So just go ahead and set them to the side. Now this is your reminder to go ahead and plug in and heat up your glue gun. Now bring back your markers. We are customizing these babies. I'm just adding some more dimension and depth to these flowers with some shadows, veins, and emphasizing what's already there. Using a deep magenta and a lighter pink, I'm adding some color to the petals. Then I'm going back with some darker brown, golds to darken some of the dotting, marcations, and I'm also carrying to some of the backs of the petals. Later, I even get out some greens too for a little stem action. Now, you can feel free to skip this step if you would like or are in a hurry, but it really does take these from a craft store to a couture flower, in my opinion. So if you have the time and the ability, I really would recommend and I would take a swing at it, sweetie. Now, on to the hair apparatus. Mine is from the Amazon.com. I've had it for a few years now, and it is holding up, but it needs a new narrative. So this is its next journey. Same as the bottom of the flowers, we're roughening up the surfaces for a more adhesion ability. Be sure to get all sides, only excluding the very handle bits on the prongs that sit in the hair. Everything else, file to the gods. I went with a clear clip so that the eye only goes to the flowers. So it's almost as if they were floating into your hair. But you could do a clip that was the same color as the petals, the same shade as your hair, your favorite color, a polka dot clip, very much mixable options here. Just be sure to go with one that has a stronger spring, perhaps is meant for thick hair, since we'll be putting more weight on it than just hair with the glue and the mass of the flowers. We don't want to have all of your hard work break with a crappy, cheap dollar store spring. To attach, plastic and plastic do not really adhere to one another as you may hope, so we'll be adding some felt to be acting as interfacing between, so the glue will have something to grasp. Here I'm choosing to go with the olive green, so it'll be more stem leaf-like. But if your clip was, say, cream, I would do cream felt to match, or if your flowers were overall more of one solid color, I would adjust to that shade. And I'm chopping out various shapes from about half of the sheet of felt here to have options when I'm applying the bulbs. Try to avoid too much of one thing when cutting these out. Not all jagged, sharp edges, not all round and soft, but a nice natural mix of everything for a Mother Nature-ly look and feel. I have a loose idea how I want my blooms to sit on this clip, so I'm laying it out here to show you my outline. 2 up, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, 1 going up, 1 going down, and then the other side just as is. I'd say before you get straight into gluing, try holding up how you want everything to lay and make sure it looks the way you imagined and intend to, so you're not unpleasantly surprised at your end result or have to run out and grab more flowers in the middle of your gluing. And then into gluing and attaching we go. First I added the felt to the clip, then the flowers, and I used hot glue and then double secured my bonds with some of this gel super glue. Again, not necessary, I am just paranoid, but be warned, you will have to clean up all of your little But be warned, you will have to clean up all of your little hot glue stringies in the end either way. And yes, this is a bit of a messy project no matter what, but it's fun and it's fabulous. So put up with it. It's great. There is a bit of finagling you will have to do to get the flowers to lie exactly how you'd like them, but trust and believe me when I say with enough glue and gusto, you can make it happen. Now by the end, I felt my felt looked kind of drab and lumpy, so I used some of my remaining bits of felt to cut lily leaves to Bandaid over all of my lumps and bumps. And I actually loved how this came out. It meshed the felt and the flowers and the clip really beautifully, and it was a great solution. So if you have a similar kind of thing at the end, this is a beautiful finishing touch, and I can't recommend it enough.
pretty flowers. You go in the hill.